To, well, have some insights from today's occurrences. What happened on the streets of this country? What happened along the corridors of power and indeed elsewhere, and the significance therein? Tonight, I am joined by two gentlemen here to help us break this down, help us to understand what exactly happened today from the different perspectives that they carry. We have, right on my right is Mr. Sikolia Kisaka. You have other names and you wear many hats, but tonight you come in as a political analyst. Karibu sana.
More like a strategist, but yeah.
Strategist,
yeah.
Indeed. We'll gain some insight from that. And we also have Mr. Haron Waweru. Karibu sana.
Yeah, thank you.
I believe you had some mishaps,
yeah.
Masaibu, today in town.
It was quite tough.
In fact, we'll start with you. But before we do, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we do it. You send in your feedback, you send in your questions, you send in your perspectives through the SMS line, which is on your screen. And I'd like my producers to put up the WhatsApp number. It will come directly here. Please don't call it. Please just send in your message, and I'll be happy to read it and be able to sample it live on air. Questions to our guests, but also points and perspectives from where you come from. Thank you so much. Karibu sana. Haron, talk to us. Where were you today?
Well, I was in town for most part of the day, but you know, being young in town nowadays is a crime apparently, because you can't sit, stand or smile from any point.
Is that so?
Yeah, wherever you stand, siweni Gen Z. So that was the situation. Even if you're going to work or anything, being young in Kenya has apparently become a crime.
Is that so?
Yeah, from my point of view, that's how I felt.
What were you doing? What were you up to, if I may ask?
At first, I had gone to see someone, but then because being in town as a young person is a crime, well,
you were caught up in the.
They don't want to know what you're doing there or where you're going. So long as you're young, you're in trouble. So because you're marked as a black sheep, you join the black sheep. So,
right. If the shoe fits.
If the shoe fits, you put it on.
I see, I see. What about you, Mr. Kisaka? Where were you today and what did you observe?
Thankfully, I was actually working from home. Interestingly enough, as much as I was working from home, I was definitely on air, watching what's happening, getting calls from friends, some of the groups that we are in, and just being able to see what's happening around the country. And it's been quite an interesting day, I'm put it that way.
Talk to me about some of the things that stood out for you and why.
I'll say one of the first things that stood out for me is watching a crippled person, a disabled person who's on crutches, being manhandled and thrown into a vehicle. And I was wondering what kind of threat was he actually to the public, or